Ukraine's justice minister has threatened to call for a state of emergency unless protesters leave the ministry building they occupied during the night. The seizure of the building early on Monday underlined how anti-government demonstrators are increasingly willing to take dramatic actions as they push for the president's resignation and other demands. Protesters now occupy four sizable buildings in central Kiev, including the city hall. Elena Lukash, the justice minister, said early on Monday she would ask the National Security Council to impose a state of emergency if the protesters did not leave the building. She did not specify a deadline for leaving. Imposing a state of emergency would be likely to further anger protesters, who on Sunday mourned Mikhailo Zhizhnevsky, one of at least 3 victims of clashes between police and protesters last week. Thousands march behind a coffin carrying the body of Zhizhnevsky, a Belarusian who lived in Ukraine. He died of gunshot wounds. The somber procession came as the 3 political leaders who have become the de facto leaders of the protests pondered a surprise offer of concessions extended to them on Saturday by the president, Viktor Yanukovych. As the tense standoff between protest barricades and riot police continued in Kiev, and unrest spread to the rest of the country, the president offered a wide range of concessions at negotiations with the leaders. He promised Arseniy Yatsenyuk, of the jailed former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko's Fatherland Party, the Prime Minister's job. The former boxer Vitaly Klitschko was offered a deputy prime minister post. Yanukovych also suggested making a number of legislative and constitutional amendments during a special emergency parliament session on Tuesday. The opposition leaders have reacted cautiously to the proposals, rejecting them but saying they are open for further negotiation. The mood on Independence Square is that nothing short of snap presidential elections will be enough to disperse the crowds from central Kiev and calm the tension, and the political leaders fear that if they do accept any other deal, they will lose the protest mandate, and harm their own political chances. Yevgenia, a 68-year-old from Kiev who was on Independence Square, said, "We know what this president is like. Power sharing won't work. It will be a trap. He has to go. Nothing else will do."